What is going on, guys? It is VideoGAMEsuperfreak here, bringing you guys a brand new video. It's been a while since I've done these videos, so I figured, why don't I do it on one of the best games that, I think that are really awesome. So, we're going to be talking about Uncharted 4, or to be simply put, just Uncharted, due to the fact that the game has not received any other name yet, aside from Uncharted. So, what I'm going to do is, as usual, I'm going to have a trailer play. The trailer play, the only trailer that's currently out. I'm going to have the trailer play, and then once the trailer's done playing, we're just going to sit back and we're going to talk about the trailer. So sit back and enjoy the trailer, guys.
Some chains can never be broken. I lost 15 years, buried alive, erased. You left me, rotting in that hellhole, and never looked back. But you can't outrun the past. And when it catches up, when all your lies collapse around you, I'll be there, sifting through the wreckage. You owe me.
PlayStation.
Okay, so you guys just saw the trailer for the new Uncharted game. Now, what sticks out to me is that while this guy is talking, whoever this mystery person is, I'm assuming it's an old friend of Drake's that apparently went evil. That's pretty much how every Uncharted game goes. But while he's talking, you can see signs in the background of the map that says "For God and Liberty," "Abandon Your Hopes," and "Bloodstains," and you can also see pirate ships on the map. So, because this hint that Uncharted 4 might take place or have something to do with, like, ships or something like that, just might. Another thing I want to point out is the Uncharted games in general. Uncharted Drake's Fortune had a pretty generic look with its logo, and Uncharted 2 followed the same example of Uncharted 1, with the worn letters, and then the number 2, and then the name at the bottom. And Uncharted 3 followed the same pattern with the worn letters and the worn number. And even Uncharted Golden Abyss had the same flow to it. Yet this game is different. It just had Uncharted. That's just it. So I'm just thinking to myself, could this possibly be a reboot? Could they be going in a different direction completely with this game? Now, this could possibly just be nothing at all, and I'm just going crazy. I'm like the only one paying attention to the lettering or whatever. But it looks really different. It doesn't have that Uncharted feel to it with the worn letters and everything. That's how the way that it's supposed to be. It's just like you put it on an Uncharted game, and you expect to see the worn letters and then the Uncharted logo whenever you first boot up your screen. Not this. These are like clean, freshly printed letters. So, being that, I'm thinking to myself that maybe because these letters are newer, maybe this is like hinting at something. Those letters from the past 4 games were worn, and they had the same character, pretty much the same backstory. But this one right here has a new logo, and it's going into a different direction, and we really don't know much about it. So I'm thinking maybe this is a reboot due to the fact that the letters are newer, and maybe they're bringing in new characters to make the game a bit more fresh. So I don't know what that means, but another thing that interests me was the quote that you can hear this mysteriously villain speaking. He says, "Some chains can never be broken. I lost 15 years buried alive, erased. You left me rotting in that hellhole and never looked back. But you can't outrun the past, and when it catches up to you, when all your lies collapse around you, I'll be there, sifting through the wreckage. You owe me." So, I don't really understand this. It says I lost 15 years buried alive, erased. So, the only reason the only characters that I can actually think of with this story, it wouldn't be Harry Flynn, because Harry Flynn was for sure dead. So I'm thinking maybe Eddie Raja, but he doesn't have an accent. So I'm thinking that it could possibly be Talbot, because Talbot did fall in the sand in the Atlantis of the Sand. The Atlantis of the Sands, Uncharted 3. But he was shot, so maybe he survived that, maybe he didn't. Maybe that's what it was talking about. That's possibly, because whenever I compare the way the story ended with Talbot with this quote rather, I can actually relate it to Talbot a lot. But then again, it could just be a new villain completely that we just never knew about from Drake's past. But whatever happened, Drake must have done something, so he owes this guy. So I don't know if this guy is going to be asking for Drake's help with something, or if he's going to be seeking revenge on Drake for something that he did. So that's really all that I have to talk about in this video. Please be sure to stay tuned to my channel, because when more news comes, I'll be sure to be here talking about it. Thanks, you guys. Please be sure to like the video, share it with your family and friends, comment, and once again subscribe. It's always free, and it helps me grow as a YouTuber. Thanks, you guys, and as usual, game on.